Happy Friday to you. This is our time to look at the news over the past week and figure out, God, what are you doing in our world today and how does it relate to us? I want to say a good welcome to all of our families that are joining us for the first time this week. We picked up several families in Project 7000. Welcome, and we're praying that this ministry will be a blessing as you figure out how to build an ark in your own home. In fact, I was in Michigan last weekend, and we had a great time talking with families about this exciting season that we're sharing together. This video clip that we do on Fridays, you are welcome to use in your family devotion time or between the parents if you just have younger children, and then take the different links that I put in stories here and make them points of discussion. These are common news stories that we're seeing all around us that bring up issues and bring up places we can mature our faith with our children. So let's get started on what's going on this week. Do you remember we're also praying through our Pray 31 guide? If you have not seen this, you can go online to pray31.org and get a copy or at least see what they're doing. But basically what we're doing is starting on the alphabetical list of the states and praying for each state in the union. So we'll be praying for your state before it's over. This week, we're looking at the theme of wrong thought processes, deceptive reasoning. And as you look at the different stories that I'm sharing with you on this link, you'll find the first one relates to an interesting story that broke yesterday about interviewing some students from Harvard University, those who have been through one of our most prestigious schools, and how they reason about the issue of what is dangerous to our world today. I hope you'll take a look at it because it reveals some very startling kind of ideas that are circulating in higher education now and in what we call progressive thought or liberal thought or open thought, as we talked about in the Not Open book. I was very enlightened by the reasoning, but I'm also concerned and wondering how my family should respond. Read that and study it together. The second is about an issue related to assisted suicide or assisted death. This story will grip your heart, and I believe it's going to take a big precedent over the next week as this young woman, who's only 29 years old, has chosen the day that she is going to take her lethal drug and die, just a few days away. This story will bring up a myriad of issues as to the issues of life and death. Take a look and then talk with sensitivity in your home. How do we honor those who are truly in life-threatening diseases, but how do we leave in the hands of our God the issues of life and death? And then the third one deals with that big issue going on right now of Ebola. Now, I don't know about you, but this Ebola talk is tempting me to get frightened. And so as I was considering how should we be handling that in Project 7000, I realized that through the course of the next week, I want to take a whole week in which each of our different speakers will be talking about the issue of fear. I know this, we were not given a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And I need a sound mind right now to be able to take these different threatening things coming against me and not get into a contagious fear with my family. So you're going to hear about fear and how to stand against it and how to help our children over the next several days. But in the issue of Ebola, we see the media is very polarized on this, and I want you to look for the deceptive thought process that's in this news story that I gave you the link for. While they were talking about Ebola, they began talking about issues of racism, which is startling. Underneath it all is not really racism, though. It's the issue of a view of a one-world system. So take a look and see if you can recognize what I'm talking about. Now, the fourth thing I put on here is quite a crazy one, but it's a guide about how to get ready for a pandemic. Now, I read this, and I tell you, you'll figure out we better buy a lot of duct tape and a lot of plastic things to protect us. But I'm interested because I believe right now what we can do as believers is crush fear under our feet. Let's go ahead and look at all of these preparation guides, and instead of getting out into a place where we shouldn't be of reacting with fear, let's figure out with the Lord's help what is a wise response for me and my family. Each one of us can call that our own way, but at the same time, I am not going to be afraid of Goliath. I refuse to bow my knee and make my family be afraid of it either. So I'm just going to hit these things head on. I'm going to listen to God, and I believe the body of Christ is going to lead confidently and sensitively in the days ahead. Look forward to talking to you and love to hear from you this week. What is your family doing right now as we build arks together? God bless you.